Well, I wanted to mention was it The Last of Us Part Two? That's a game from last year, but um,
Well,
it's
here
definitely a
we go
game.
with one of us.
One of who?
Yeah,
Which,
I'm sorry. I'm be real. I
you
really
hate
don't
it?
like this story. I
Oh,
don't
that's
like this.
unfortunate. That's really unfortunate.
It's the
That's
sense
so
that
unfortunate.
gameplay wise is fine. It's just where the story hits them is where it's
Yeah,
not so great.
that's
Oh,
just me
thank
personally.
God. Because if you said the gameplay was
No,
bad, we would
no,
have to
no,
fight.
no. Of
We
course,
would
like
have had some
By
purple
sure
hands.
by sure the gameplay is a lot better. It's just
yeah, the
Because not only
gameplay. Like I'm
the
going to
gameplay is
this
like
game.
insane how good
Yeah,
it
it was
is.
fun.
It's like like I love stealth games, and
Same here.
this game that you wouldn't expect to do stealth this good is up there with like some of the best stealth games I've ever played. Like I did not expect them to decide to do stealth this good because the first
Yeah,
game had stealth, but it really rewarded you for being more aggressive.
yeah.
When in this game, they make it very clear that like
You
you
can
should be
do it
stealthy.
all.
If you try to be aggressive, you will die.
I feel like you
um,
can do it all. Like I've seen a
with a
lot of
particular
like
character,
good. Yeah, I
with
feel like a
Ellie, you can, but with the other character, you can't.
yeah. It's kind of. I feel like that's kind of just like I didn't really I didn't really like how okay, like I get each both characters are different. They're clearly different in their own rights.
Yeah,
And so the gameplay and the gear they have really does like show that.
purpose. Yeah,
At the same time, I guess this is more of a nitpick than anything. It's just the more so how I guess I didn't like the Ellie kind of had like the more um how do I say it? I feel like since Abby just had cooler shit. I feel like Abby
well,
had a lot of cooler things.
I feel like yeah, that definitely depends on your play style. She definitely, in a lot of cases, had more weapons that I feel like are more like kind of you would see in a traditional shooter,
Yeah,
rather than this game, and it allows you to be a bit more aggressive because you have a machine gun and a crossbow, whereas with
yeah,
Ellie you have a regular bow and arrows, and you have like much slower shooting guns and stuff like that. And I feel like that's just representative of their playstyles, where one is meant to be more aggressive, and one is meant to be more. You gotta take your time and be slow and methodical, and
right.
a little quieter. Story wise, I enjoyed it a lot. I understand why some people didn't, but it's just that whole game for me is just like a master class in game design. I love it. I really love that game. It is easily one of my favorite games ever. Um, I haven't finished my second playthrough. It's a long game. It's one of the longest single player games I've ever played. In terms of like just a single player campaign game, it's
Yeah,
unusually long. It's like 25 hours long. They usually don't go over 20, so it's a pretty long game. That's why I haven't finished my second playthrough. But I'm like over halfway through the Abby storyline. In my second playthrough on New Game Plus, that
I
game's
was
fun.
gonna do I was gonna do new game plus, but I feel like after the ending, I was just like, I'm probably just gonna leave it here. That was it. That was it for me.
Yeah, that
Like
game.
this.
The first game that ever made me cry was the first Last of Us game. This was before I ever played it. I was watching like gameplay on YouTube, and like the prologue made me cry. And then
Yeah.
the second game to ever make me cry is The Last of Us Part Two. At the end and the flashback, you know what flashback I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know the
And
one.
the Last of Us series is the only video game series to ever make me cry.
It's very good at tugging your heartstrings. I'll admit.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with the dynamic between Joel and Ellie. I
Mm,
feel like their bond is just so strong. You really care about the two and everything that they go through. And even in the second game, I I honestly, of course, felt very attached to the two, and even like during the flashbacks, like their um again their dynamic was just like super wholesome and like it's just something about it that really it really gets to you.
Yeah,